welcome. Another episode of our FootieFantasy Pod. It's the FootieFantasy team here today, for sure. We'll do ladies first. EJ decided to join us. I know she's probably not really in a joyous mood. You know, she's number one biggest Tuchel header. But I know at least. Well, since since she's been hating, it's been like she's been forced to eat our words for a while. So EJ, welcome.
Thank you.
That's I said that more. Just thank you. 2 words, EJ.
Congrats, Chelsea, for winning a 3-man competition. I'm very happy for them.
I can see that.
If I didn't know better, I would say EJ was salty.
You know?
Oh, no way.
No, like, she can't be that salty.
No. She's absolutely delighted for Chelsea. Absolutely.
Over the moon. I can see that. Next, Oga Kwame. I'm sure most of y'all have seen his match reaction. You know, actually, I had a lot of good stuff in there. Okay, Kwame, how you feeling? You've had breakfast?
I'm feeling good. You know, there's something that happens when you get humbled on a Saturday morning. You know, something happens to you where your weekend you just move in a humble way. So today, I'm humble. I'm grateful to be alive. I've eaten. I've had breakfast and lunch, and a nap. So I'm good.
I can see that. I can see the switch in mood. Look at this guy.
Can't out.
Look at this guy.
Can't hear haters.
I understand.
Can't
understand what this feels like.
Haters. I smell an Arsenal fan in this place.
We all know what being a world champion feels like, so don't worry. It's only the Arsenal fans that don't know.
Let the money rain. Call all your sugar daddies. Call all your kaftan makers in Abu Dhabi. Call anybody. We're doing a Shwebi right now. If you know you cannot wear kaftan, please don't carry shoulder. Remove your shoulder pad. Please remove your shoulder pad. If you cannot wear kaftan, remove your shoulder pad. God damn it. I'm just here temporarily on an invite. I've unnecessarily been violent to Arsenal fans, except EJ, because I personally hold a special heart in Arsenal. I suffered enough. 2022. You need to. Hi guys, how you doing? Sorry.
I'm happy you came. I want to congratulate you on your trophy that you guys just won this afternoon. I think it's
my sister. No below. Don't just do text. Don't do audio congratulations. Sorry.
I have one question for you. When did this competition start? Not yours, but in the history of football. When did I assume it's up between champions of different leagues?
When did it start?
Yes.
When we won it too. That's how far me I'm going.
Good answer.
They started in year 2000. Idris, you're Olodo. How can you not know?
Actually, the first time I actually heard about it, to be very honest, I do believe there was a time they started and they stopped. Then they came.
Yeah, they used to call it Intercontinental Cup for a while.
So that was how far. Yeah. That was when I knew how far they had come. And I believe Madrid also a few other players. Madrid, Corinthians. I think Santos
won 4 times.
Yeah, so Santos had a moment there. So that's how far I remember the competition. But I don't know why, or if it was not like as glamorous as it used to be before, why they took it off. But I do believe in the last 5 years, there's been a way they've been moving it around, but it becomes something more important when the host country of the World Cup hosts the competition. So I do believe the last time, I think it was played even in Asia. They tried to name it some Asian Cup or something like that. So they've been doing a test run of what it would be. Liverpool's win obviously wasn't during the World Cup moment. But
we won it. But the thing is, they expanded it. So that's what they've done now. Before it was just, okay, we just bring like 4 clubs together. Now 8 teams actually participate in it. So they've expanded it. They've made it more glamorous in that way. So you still have to play
7 continents.
8 teams. Yeah, 8 teams from 7 continents. Yes.
Yes.
No, from 6. I think some have to. I think maybe the one from Australia they have to play playoff or something.
Oh,
yeah, but now it's like, okay, it has more happy. There's a team from Africa. There's a team from Asia. There's a team. Before it was not like that. It only started being this way in year 2000. They just started this format.
So before you said 4 teams, so I'm assuming it was Africa, South America.
I don't think Africa was even in it before, guy. They didn't consider us important enough to involve us in the first place.
No,
before.
Ayimba did go for it. Ayimba did play.
Yeah, I mean that probably would be from 2000 then. That would have been maybe the one. Yeah. Yeah, but that's what I mean. That's before it was Club World Cup. It was just intercontinental. They didn't involve African teams until they changed it to the Club World Cup. FIFA took over and then I said, okay, let's involve all these guys. So Ayimba went. Yeah.
Let me jump in and take comments because comments are flying in. I don't miss comments. We Chelsea hype the whole time. God help us. Please put your name. Let's know who you are. I know you're not a Chelsea fan, obviously. Anike said,
I share that sentiment. I completely share that sentiment.
Chelsea fan, tell them, you know, you are this Bobby Jore or somebody. Go and sit down. Hey, Jola is super.
I am trying to heal.
This is a small tournament with no significance. That's why
they started again. Though. They started again.
That looks like an Ali comment. That is EJ's extended family people. They asked that
wow.
Another extra.
People are going in. We've not even started the show.
African team. Okay. Well, since Chelsea wasn't part of the schedule, but we just decided to give them some, homage. Thank you. Chelsea World Cup champions. So congrats on that trophy.
This guy literally has his name as Chelsea World Champ.
Yeah, did you see?
Bro, what was so funny was I was supposed to use money for something, and I was thinking, I was like, you want to jump on? I was like, oh my god, I have a whole thing. So I had to go and carry the money I'm supposed to give somebody.
I was like, when I saw that money, I was like, this guy is something else. This guy
I was like, people have been insulted like sugar daddy and stuff. I said, I don't care. I said it was a well-run club. So I had a whole lot of Liverpool fans coming for me in a different group chat. What do you mean your club's a well-run club? You guys are in deficit. They cry me a river. Cry me a river.
Well, just thank you for coming on. I think I've
Thank you so much for having me. But one thing about
I just jump in on and you're going.
I could stay for a little bit, but one thing about Chelsea and the whole thing about the competition is that if you watch the way we've played, I don't know, I might say looking at United and the fact that they have a new coach and everybody's on the coach, but I don't think it's a coach's problem. I think you have an imbalanced team. Look at the gap between Liverpool and City and compare that to us, who are supposed to be like the next thing with the talent we have. Yeah. I don't know because I don't even know what to attribute it to, if it's the gulf between City and the rest of Premier League teams, or there is a weird shift in tactical how do I say this? There's a weird shift in terms of tactical prowess, because the way we play against Palmeiras, the way we've played against even Al Hilal the last game, there was nothing convincing in what we've done. In all honesty, we got this win. We're grateful for the win. Yes, it's nice, it's goofy, it's interesting. But I can assure you, every Chelsea fan is panicking right now. Once we come back to the Premier League, we are worried. We are very, very worried. And when you look at what United is going through, I don't even know how to diagnose United's problem. I don't know how to diagnose Chelsea's problem where we are right now. I thought I understand tactics, but we're at a place where it's just like it's an impasse. If we lose next 2 games in the Premier League, I will not be surprised. Just a heads up to everybody.
Okay. I think we've given you enough homage. We'll come back to normal schedule.
My bad. I'll just mute myself. Just be seeing me around. I'll just mute myself.
No, you can join in the conversation because it's a conversation about Zouma. So it's kind of your player, right? Or former player. I don't know if you sold him.
Former player.
Yeah. Former player. Okay. So we're going to jump into topic of the day. Of course, comments are flying in. Let me just take comments again. Wow, these comments are This is Lincoln. I would like to take that as cover photo to Tribunal. Thoughts? You can take a Tribunal, no problem. My fellow countryman Mendy, he's a beast. Okay.
Yeah.
You're Gambian though. This podcast does not have jurisdiction over the affairs of the foreign.
That's definitely that.
What they are looking for is testicular fortitude. Wow. Okay, he went there. Okay. United's problem is different, please. I don't want to go into that. Let's talk about
just to give props to Chelsea first, before we just switch off. Idris, we are saying that you guys struggled in this Club World Cup. I think that's why I get a bit not annoyed when people just look down on this competition. No European team goes there just blast away all the other teams. When Liverpool won it, we also struggled to win it. So don't be down on yourself by saying, oh, you guys struggled to win it. When we played the semi-final, we needed a last-minute goal to knock out the team we knocked out. And then in the final, we needed like a last-minute extra time goal to win it. These teams are not coming there to sell beans. For these other clubs that come there, they come there to die. They want to win it. Correct. They want to win. They see the European clubs as a big scalp. So I know maybe Chelsea have other problems, but don't judge based on the fact that you struggled to win it, that, oh, maybe you guys didn't deserve to win it. Those other clubs are not coming there to sell beans, man. They want to come and win that cup because it's a big deal. It's a big deal. It's only European clubs or maybe English clubs, English fans in particular, that turn their nose up at it and say, oh, it's a Club World Cup. And sorry, especially Arsenal fans who have never had a chance to win it, they are the biggest culprits. They'll turn their nose up and say, oh, this Club World Cup is useless. Don't worry, when you get a chance to win it, then say you don't want to win it. It's a big cup. No, I'm not talking about EJ. Right. It's just generally Arsenal fans just say that. They just say, oh, it's not a big cup.
What's happening today? I was so confused.
You're just sitting down minding her business.
No business. Like, what's this?
EJ just got his face. Left and right.
It's not EJ. This is not directed at EJ. It's not directed at EJ. Sorry, EJ. It's not directed at you.
Ola, you're right though. But if we have to also be honest with ourselves and look inward, considering how we came off,
somebody's writing there.
Sorry.
No, continue. Sorry.
Yeah. Like considering the fact we came off the December, January shenanigans, we dropped a lot of points. The difference is just we did not lose. If it was Lampard who was a naive manager and man manager, we will have lost a lot. And that was when he got fired. Like let's be honest here, And we have far more firepower, far more time to address some things. I am really worried, and I do understand those guys are not they're not beans. Palmeiras is not beans. Even Al Hilal and all the guys that come from different continents, they are champions of their own continent too.
Exactly.
The way we've played and whatever tactics that we as European football supporters have always loved, which would be Gengen pressing, the German Revolution, if it's the Italian ways of playing, all those things we debate. The tiki-taka from the Spanish football. Man, when you watch what happened, we have one of, if not the best German coach right now. And yeah, calm down.
No, I think it's time to move on. Sorry, boss.
I'm just I agree with you. I just watching Palmeiras and their style of play, watching the other guys and their style of play. And maybe we might have to take away that condescending look at other continents and the way they play and their philosophies. Fam, if you're a Chelsea supporter and what you watch today, if you're a football lover and a tactician, what you saw today, there are just so many problems that the Saudis noticed, that the Brazilians noticed, even if we triumphed. You know what I mean? So that was just my fear. But
okay. Yeah. Enjoy the trophy, Sha. Enjoy the trophy. That's what I'm going to say. Don't worry about that. Someone says chance will never come, not in my grandchildren's lifetime. They will not even win it in the metaverse. We know who they're talking about, so I won't say too much. I need a guy to sing Chelsea song live on here.
Thunder fire you.
Hey, not all our people leaving comments. Don't say that to the viewers.
No, I know him. We know each other. He used to be my roommate.
So okay. Oh, you know him. Okay. That's good. Okay, Zouma. Let's dive into it. So Zouma, let me, I guess, give a context if you have been hiding under a rock, which I don't think anybody has been, Zouma had issues earlier this week. A video came out of him hitting his cat. I think he slapped one and kicked the other one. His video's been out. He was fined 250K. I think he got 1 game or 2-game ban. There have been different calls. There have been calls for him to like be kicked out of the game totally. Nike took their sponsorship. Nike, Adidas, please correct me.
Adidas
took their sponsorship away from him. And there's been multiple reactions. There's been some level of whataboutery, I think, in some cases, and there's been a lot of overreaction, you know. So EJ, where do you stand? What are your thoughts about this? Let's start with EJ.
It's a cat, okay? That's my official stance is that it's a cat. Okay. I mean, honestly, I do think what he did to the cat wasn't good, obviously. I wouldn't say the kicking part I wasn't too concerned about. It seemed like something you could play, like if you're playing around with your animal, you could probably do it. I didn't think it was too severe. But the chasing it down to punch it and hit it was something I can't stand by. That being said, it is a cat. You already took the cat away. You're fighting him, which I think is excessive. And you guys they're turning it into a whole animals' right thing. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Maybe by the English people, I didn't know how into pets they were. If this happened in America, he would be in jail. Like, they are very into their pets. I'll just give you context. Americans truly, just in general, they love animals so much that if they deem the animal as defenseless, it takes priority over everything. In fact, they like defenseless. They support defenseless things.
That was Michael Vick, right? Didn't he? A couple of years ago.
What?
Michael Vick. Didn't that happen to Michael Vick?
Michael Vick's case was a little bit more extreme. He was raising dogs.
Yeah, Michael was breeding dogs to fight them.
Dogs, like pretty much breeding a fight club with dogs. So that was a little bit inhumane, and he did go to jail. Yes, but in this case where it's his pet, again, you've taken the pet, you've confiscated the animal. He's remorseful. I don't even know what the animal did. What if Kurt Zouma said something like, the animal tried to scratch my kid's eye, I almost, gave my kid an infection? What would you what would we say then? I don't know. Again, I'm not condoning what he did, but the overreaction it's completely an overreaction. Everything I see where people say, hey, he was a defenseless animal, he should never play another game of football again. What? No. And yes, the comparisons to racism, they seem out of left field, but they're not necessarily. And I'll tell you why. It's because, yes, I know, okay, what's his name? Wasn't Luis Suarez? He called Evra a name, and they fined him, they gave him 8 games ban or whatever. I don't know if they fined him, but it was a big deal back then. I remember when it happened. That incident was different. However, the overreaction we're having to this animal, I believe, is because he's black. And I think it's a perception that they're not aware of. Now, will it happen if he was a white guy? Probably not. White people don't kick animals for the most part. Probably will never see that happen. But if it did, I don't know if they will react this way. And the punishment keeps getting harsher, or the commentary around it keeps getting harsher and harsher. And I think it's because of, whether they like it or not, it's because of some indignancy that they have, that seeing a black man, okay, he's successful, oh, let's take his livelihood away, let's do this. It's very likely that they don't even know they're doing it. It's very subconscious. But yeah, so I definitely think there's a racial element to the overreaction. And I'm just happy that David Moyes had the gumption to stand behind him. And, even if David Moyes is doing it because he can help them win games, that's fine. Someone needs to stand for him so that he doesn't lose his livelihood over this. And his brother needs to be beaten and taken away. Have sense. Have small sense. So, yeah, that's my 2 points. I think it won't die down forever. There are people in America right now that if they see Michael Vick on the street, they're going to run him over. Like, I know personal people that they're like, oh my God, what he did to those dogs. They don't even know the dog. It's a dog. I'm not going there. But I'm scared of animals. I don't have a problem with that. I'm just scared of them. And I'm scared of cats in particular. So I would probably rather the cat not be in the house if I was there. But that's different. I think they need to calm down, seriously.
Let me take a comment, then we'll go to Ola. Ola hasn't spoken in a while. The reactions make me furious because the Alliance would never seen Black people as defenseless when we so often are. Zouma was half about angry at the reaction. Linga, well said, I think, in my opinion. I agree with your points. They value lives of pets over humans. There's cultural disconnect there. It is weird and maybe we may never understand it. Ola, quick thoughts about it?
Okay. Yeah. So it's good that EJ also spoke from the perspective of the way Americans view pets. So being based here in Ireland, part of the UK, they will say they're not part of the UK, but well, basically we're almost on the same island. Yeah. So yes, it's the same thing here. They value pets' lives so highly. I'll tell you about an incident I think happened probably close to 10 years ago. Now, this was a white woman. She was walking along on the road. She saw a cat just chilling. The cat was just chilling on the fence. And this woman grabbed the cat and threw the cat into a dustbin and closed the dustbin. But she didn't know that CCTV camera was going to pick her up. So they did pick her up and she got in trouble. And I think maybe she got a suspended sentence. So I'm just using that as an example that it's a big deal over here. Like any kind of brutality maybe against animals, they'll carry it on their heads. Now, the difference for me with this Zouma thing, I'll go first of all to the example of Luis Suarez. Adidas, when Suarez was going through this racism incident with Evra, Adidas didn't drop him. They just warned him. Go and check. They warned him. They didn't drop him. They warned him. Zouma, within 24 hours, Adidas dropped him. So that's why people start saying, okay, so you're saying racism is cool then. So you're saying racism is cool. You didn't kick Suarez out of his contract when Suarez racially abused Evra. But less than 24 hours, you're dropping Zouma from your contract. Yeah. So that's where it comes in. And then Chris Kirkland, he was a former Liverpool goalkeeper. He was on the BBC talking nonsense, saying this is as bad as racism. Then when people started calling him out, he started backtracking. What are you saying? What are you saying? You're saying that Black people's lives don't matter as much as pets. Yeah. That's nonsense. So that's, for me, that's the issue. Yes, okay, it's true. What he did wasn't great. But let me tell you, some of them do this behind closed doors. It's just there's no camera picking it. Some of these other people do it. People from other nationalities, from other races do this thing. The only difference was his brother was stupid enough to film it and put it up. I'm not condoning what he did, but the overreaction is crazy. It's crazy. Why are you telling him to lose his livelihood over that? The cats are okay, but whether it was one cat or the two cats he kicked, they are all okay. They are not dead. And now you're saying he should lose his life. Now I'll go to the point of defenseless animals. We see Europeans, white Americans go to Africa to do game hunting. They go and shoot our animals over there. They put pictures up of our animals being killed. Our animals, are they not defenseless?
Sorry, I'm taking
now notes. They're telling us about defenseless animals. Defenseless animals. When you go there to kill our animals and put pictures up on social media and say you're doing game hunting, it's for sport, it's for fun. And now you're coming to tell us that this Black man should lose his livelihood because he kicked his own cat in his own home. Please free me. These people are not serious. They should just chill out with this. He must not lose his contract. If he loses his contract, man, all of us will just like sign petitions. He can't lose his contract because we can't allow it. That's what I feel.
Okay, very good.
Can I add one thing quickly before you go to the next person? Just because of what Allah said about the comment that man made about how it's not the same, different from racism. That's the white people, especially in these countries that they're doing lip service to racism right now. That's whatever. But they think racism is just words, like, oh, they call this guy a monkey on the pitch. No, it's not it's not just words. That just shows you how little they even them calling Evra the N-word or whatever Luis Suarez called him. It's not just as small as that. It's the perception that you have of human beings. And if they can't understand that and comparing it to Zouma kicked the cat and saying it's the same, a cat that We don't know what it's thinking. We don't, you don't know what the cat is thinking. No matter what you say, no matter how defenseless it is, you don't know what they're thinking, and they don't know what you're thinking either. So it's not the same. Human beings are not cats, and you can't compare negative treatment of both. Again, I'm not condoning the treatment that Zouma gave to his animal.
Okay, very good point. Before I go to Oga Kwame, let me quickly take this point. Annika says, yeah, Catwoman was 2010. I remember she got a £250 animal fine. All right, good research. Thank you. Not that Adidas not dropped Suarez. Liverpool was to pitch yet and trying to support him. Absurd. Yeah, I remember that.
We apologize for that eventually. The club apologized for that. So
remember that. Yeah, such a good point. Oga Kwame, you want to any thoughts or any additional
thoughts?
Okay.
So I this whole Zouma thing, I think it just proves how much we can achieve as a society when we prioritize certain issues. I've not seen this kind of energy, placed on the rights of other living things, human living things that are defenseless. I'm talking rights of Black people. I'm talking rights of Muslims, rights of women. Things like this just remind me that, wow, if we kept the same energy with all these things we're struggling with in society, bro, we would have been done with these problems a long time ago. It's just that the fact is, of course, people prioritize things that are important to them, right? And it just so happens that the life of a cat, quite frankly, is more important than the life of a minority person, of a Black person, the life of a Black woman, the life of a Black Muslim woman. So this is just bare proof that, and it's sad because we've known this for a long time. This is just confirmation of it. And I'm not, again, look, just like everybody here, I share the sentiment that, we don't have to be cruel to animals. I used to be a public defender, and I had this one animal cruelty case where this guy just beat the crap out of his dog. I'm not a dog owner. I don't wish to live with pets. I'm not a fan of that. But at the same time, I can appreciate the pain an animal goes through, especially when I see it physically manifested. I mean, this guy, he deserved to go away, and he went away for 9 months because of the way he beat his dog. His neighbor was a deputy sheriff, and they recorded everything in high definition, cameras, everything. So I've seen this play out in the American system of justice as well, and it's taken very, very seriously.
Yeah.
I also just want to point out that there are no specific set of laws on the books that explicitly protect Black people, right, from violence, right? Yes, there are general hate crime bills. Don't get me wrong, but I'm talking whether explicitly or by implication. There are no specific sets of laws on the books, to achieve the goals that we intend to achieve with the protection of animals. And when we even go back to, let's go back to who prioritized the life of a cat over the life of a snake, right? Who prioritized the life of a dog over the life of an antelope? Well, guess what? It's because, we can domesticate this cat and we can live with it for comfort. We can domesticate this dog who is a descendant of a wolf, right? So we can domesticate it and prioritize it. Same thing with humans. We prioritize the life of white people because they seem friendly. White people are the domesticated version of animals, right? So we protect them and we don't offer protections to other people who we don't really care about. Going back to what Ola and I think Ola said about Luis Suarez and the Adidas thing. Yeah, that is true. And in fact, when I saw that Adidas had dropped Kurt Zouma, I was like, what? It was mind-boggling because it took a few days before Nike dropped Mason Greenwood. Right? They didn't drop him immediately. Yeah. All they said was, we're reviewing his contract or something like that, or he's suspended. They didn't drop him immediately. I didn't just drop this man like a hot potato, right? So, look, the simple fact is, I just want our white friends to keep the same energy. That's what it is, right? Keep the same energy with the protection of women. Keep the same energy with the protection of Black people. Keep the same energy with the protection of Muslims. Keep the same energy with the protection of people who are actual human beings who are, in fact, defenseless.
Okay, thank you. Very good. Mr. Idris, do you have any more?
I have because this is painful, and my friends Oga, Ola, and EJ, they've said everything. Most of everything I want to say. I'll take it a little bit philosophical. All right. I have had a couple of conversations with some of my friends that we have wings with previous week, this week, about human beings, society, and things in general. Right. These people complaining about Court Zouma. I have one question. Right. Like, and this thing always bothers me, even when we treat or deal with human beings. Some people will tell you, oh, an eye for a crime that is being committed, especially when you take away a human being's life, right? And you ask them real questions about, okay, do you believe in capital punishment? And I know we're talking about Kodzuma, but everybody will be like, where's Idris going with this? You're saying, oh, no, I don't believe in capital punishment because murder is murder, killing people is killing people, it doesn't matter, right? Okay, fine. What do we do with somebody that has a problem in society? We should just lock them away. What is the most worst thing you can do to a human being? Is solitary confinement and locking people away. Let's be very honest about it. Then we get into a moral debate of how do you deal with people. We've gone from calling things prisons to correctional facilities to change people and reorientate them back into society. Some people's values don't feel like these people should come back into society. Some people feel like they should just be disbanded or create another Australia for them. I'm just joking. But you understand what I mean according to historical context, right? Yeah. So let's carry that principle and thought of how we actually treat things that are very important in society. As August actually rightfully said, right? Most of these people screaming, ask them, do you eat beef or chicken? They will say yes. Okay, you eat beef and chicken, so you do know it's edible, right? But then you turn around and overly punish someone who potentially hasn't killed his cat, but has abused his pet, right? But you will not carry the same energy to the butcher who serves your meal. Again, a philosophical conversation. How far are we going to go with this prioritizing of human lives? You understand, right? The same energy you're going to carry. Okay, you've domesticated this cat, as Olga rightfully said. What's the difference between an European guy who goes to Africa who claims it's game of sport and able to shoot these animals and hang them as trophies in their games on their walls? What's the difference between that guy and, even worse, killing your pets in North America? Again, right? Oh, one is domesticated, one is wildlife. Who determines what is wildlife? For we Africans, we know how we feel when an animal goes down, because we also understand like these are things that represent where we are from, even though we also understand we need to self-preserve as human beings when we're in this part called nature. Now, what is just becoming so crazy is we do understand an animal and a human being. What is very unfair when we now see we as human beings, fellow human beings to our European counterparts, are placed far less under the spectrum of what is important, right? You would carry all that energy over a cat, and you're probably someone that eats beef, and try to take somebody else's livelihood away from them, punish them far beyond what may be probably necessary because they abuse the cat. But you would allow the likes of, and I was taking notes, you allow the likes, you would punish people like Michael Vick forever. You would want to run people like Michael Vick over, punish the Zoumas. But somehow, Joey Barton has had more than 18 cases of assault on human beings.
Yep.
Somehow he still gets it, and it's not a problem, and you still invite him into your spaces to talk about football and other things. Yep. Ryan Giggs has assaulted women, and there's a track record of it, but somehow United and Adidas did not have a problem with it until when he became coach of what's it called? Wales. Right? Even then, they didn't fire him. They just told him to step aside so another person can take over. We talk about cultural differences and a lot of things. People who eat in some cultures, they actually eat cats and dogs as edibles. So, okay, if we are supposed to have philosophical conversations about these things, right? Are you to now say in a global market where people have different beliefs and different structures or relations to certain things, we should be punishing somebody severely as this? It's just my question. And when we are talking about Luis Suarez, for God's sake, look at how it was handled. Even up to tomorrow, when they're paying lip services to racial-related issues, right? I don't want to say it's a black or white thing, or I want to say a majority. It's usually a majority and minority, but the hypocrisy is so clear that I, for once, always accepted the world for what the world is versus what I want the world to be. From day one, I've always seen the way things are handled with people that look like us in their spaces. What pains me is we give them these privileges when we go to other countries and say in Africa, we treat them with the same kid's glove and soft glove. I remember a very serious conversation about Saudi Arabia playing Australia and Saudi's belief system on, we don't really do 5 minutes or 1 minute, whatever. And there was a lashing of they should know better, Australia. What if they didn't believe in that stuff? My issue comes even deeper to all of us, regardless of where we are and the way we react to things online. Because it was our reactions that actually got Zouma dropped. This is just a cat issue, but let's also look deeper within ourselves and ask ourselves certain questions. When it's an issue that actually touches us, how do we react immediately? How do we cause cascading effects on people's livelihood down the line? One is Joe Rogan right now, because he used an N-word, which many Black people didn't even watch the context of what he was talking about. Again, I'm not condoning somebody that's even anybody just throwing the N-bomb anywhere. But how have we reacted online? How have we dealt with certain things as a people in this so-called small global village through social media? For me, yes, I know we have social issues with as Black people, but we must also answer certain questions with the way we react online, whether it's an issue affecting us as Black people or issues affecting other people that we have different views with. In this case, I think these things around Zouma is just crazy, because I had to go philosophical and talk about how things are different in different places and how we've reacted even in our own forum when a complete different country thought process to a soccer game. So sorry, I went on an encompassing rant about this whole thing.
No, that's good. Very good to cover everything. I mean, you've covered. I think everything has been covered from everybody else. I'm not going to belabor any point. I think his livelihood. I guess to round it up, I think his livelihood should not, for any reason, to be lost. I mean, the fine is already excessive, in my opinion. 250K. That's the biggest fine ever, right, in soccer history, in EPL history, for anything. So if you've ever done that, why go any further? Let's move on to what I call the El Scrappy people. El Scrappy. Who's the most shitty out of all of them? Before we say top 4 race, that top 4 race I think is very, very misleading. It almost makes it sound like some of us can get third. It's 4th position. Let me just call it what it is. Everybody
race for 4th.
Yes, race for 4th. That's crap people. Who is the less shitty out of all of them? Nah, I'm not listening to that. That would be
nah.
Chelsea is fine.
We're not hearing that.
Chelsea is fine, please. Let's not talk about Chelsea. So I'll let AJ key. Who is less shitty? So if you want to support your team, so between Arsenal, West Ham, Manchester United, Spurs, I think those are the people say Wolves, but nah. I think those 4 teams are the.
Well, who's the most?
Who is less shitty team? Who do you think is going to get 4th? Because I think it's the less shitty team that's going to end up 4th. That will stumble over the line.
I think right now we're probably the best team that you can say would most likely get 4th. I don't think you can really argue that. I think especially United on paper should be the team, but we're seeing them just drop points left and right to
It's funny. Sorry to touch you. You only to move on. That was so deep. Even I
love that.
Good point. Yeah. Thanks for that comment. Sorry for interrupting you. Go ahead.
No, that's good. United, like I said, should be the team that is pretty much driving that 4th spot position just based on their talent. But I think the fact that they're in limbo now, dropping points here to teams like Southampton and Burnley and their coaches, it just seems like I watched some of the game today. I watched part of the first half, and I saw the first half wasn't bad for United. the game today. But you can see that it's always a tale of two halves with them. Whether it's good that they're good later on or they're good in the beginning, and it's just not something they're sustaining throughout the match. And I feel like they could have also lost the game, but I won't go into that. But yeah, so they're supposed to be in the driving seat, but they're not. And now we have games in hand. The tides have kind of turned. We're not in any competition now. Nothing else. We're playing. I know no one likes to hear us say we're playing once a week, but we are playing once a week, and going forward, it'll probably be. I mean, we're on the same point behind you guys, 2 games in hand, and even when we go down to 10 men, we're winning those games or drawing them like we did the time before. It's
Chelsea and Spurs, though. Your games in hand against Chelsea and Spurs. Your games in hand against Chelsea and Spurs.
No, Levi.
Yeah, no. It doesn't matter. What I'm saying that there are 2 games in hand. Like you guys have already played 24, and we played only 22. It doesn't matter because we have the other games that we'll play. What I'm saying, like even if we lost those games, we're still in the same circle. That's yeah. Like you look at Spurs. Spurs is 1 game behind us. I believe they play tomorrow. If they win their game, they get to our point. So we're all hovering around the same thing. We're all now going to be on level points very soon. So I think we do have a better chance of getting in to top 4 since you guys are not being consistent. That's my
opinion. Okay. Okay, Kwame, who do you think? Who do you think? I'll just say mine very quickly before I go to Yoga Kwame. I think it's Spurs. I don't want to belabor, but I think we spent a lot of time on other topics. I think it's Spurs. I think they have the X factor in Antonio Conte. I think he will be able to drag them over. They don't have talent for sure. I say that for sure, but they have Antonio Conte, who just finds a way to make things work. You watch his team style formation, you're like, what is this man doing? But it's somebody that usually finds a way to just make things work. They've lost only 1 game since he's been here in the league. I think there's only 2 games. They lost 2 games. Is it 1 or 2? I think 2 games. They lost to Chelsea, and they lost to Southampton. He finds a way. I think
I saw him find a way to lose a game he was up 2-1 in. I'm just saying, to Southampton.
I just feel the X factor and also I think Kane is kind of looking like himself a little bit. Getting Son back will help them a lot. But I just think over the games in hand they have, they'll be able to stumble over the line. So that's my pick. I think it's Spurs. I don't want to go. I'll let Oga Kwame talk about who he thinks or why not. Because I'm not going into it.
Oh, I will. So with top that 4th position is between West Ham, not West Ham, Arsenal and Tottenham. I compared the 2 squads between Arsenal and Tottenham. I mean, I believe they're on equal footing in terms of the quality of the personnel they have. Maybe Arsenal edges. I'm not sure. I think they're on equal footing. But then now we look at the pedigree of the 2 coaches. Not only is Antonio Conte, he's quality elite coach. Mikel Arteta always finds ways to sabotage something good. He is, pretty much a more advanced Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So with that, I just see Tottenham. I just see Tottenham edging Arsenal to that 4th position. West Ham, I mean, even being where they are right now, in they're 4th right now. But even if they finish 6th or 7th, that's a wonderful season for them.
Yeah.
So whatever happens to West Ham, as long as even if they end up in the Europa Conference League, that's a win for them this season. Now with United, I mean, look, it's just I've never seen. Look, if you were a child and your parents never bought you a yo-yo, you don't need one. You just watch United because there is just something so there's just something so volatile about the way Manchester United plays football. It is a very bipolar team.
Yeah.
And the imbalance in that team, and when I say imbalance, I'm not even just talking about the team dynamics. I'm talking about the team mentality as well. Because listen, Manchester United, they're that like if you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend that's just like unpredictable, like one day you come in the house and they whoop your ass, and the other day they're giving you flowers and gifts. That is Manchester United.
We don't condone violence, so this is
we don't condone violence. Of course, we don't condone violence, but this is if I was in a relationship with United, I would be in the witness box at a courthouse testifying against my team in a domestic violence case, right? Because what happens every time? Oh, you get abused, but then you go back for more abuse, right? You can't leave. And United has a way of making the on-field performance, the on-field failures seem so, it's not a big deal, right? They post, social media reels, they post, pictures of our new training kit sponsor, what, Tezos or whatever that company is.
Just call it what it is, man. United's the new Twitter swindler.
And I'm sitting there and I'm wondering, does this club not understand how bad of a shape the football is in right now? We look at Ralph. The man has got no power, and I do not expect him to be at this club come the end of the season. It's not going to happen. This is why he wanted Jesse Lingard gone. Guess who's there? Jesse Lingard. He wanted Donny van de Beek to stay. Guess who's gone? Donny van de Beek. He wanted Tony Martial to stay. Guess who's gone? Tony Martial. Now flip this over to when Oli was in charge. And this is what I mean when you say the backing. When I say the backing matters, Oli wanted Van de Beek to stay, made all these promises. The board made it happen. Tony Martial wanted to leave. Oli was like, "Nah, he'll stay. I want him." He stayed. Even Jesse Lingard. Oli blocked the move. Oli blocked the move, and they supported him.
Jumping for a second, sorry, just to add to your point, right? I think there's a power struggle. As some podcast guy I follow a lot, Musa Kwanga, said this a couple of months ago, and I agree with him 100%. And when I just think back about what you just said, there's a power struggle at United at the board level. From time to time, they listen to one person who knows what is football wise, and football decisions happen, like the Varane, the Sanchos, the Bruno Fernandes. I think it happens, but every other time they go back to whoever has the power, who just does whatever he wants, where they make all these crazy decisions. So I think there's a part of at board level where there's one or two people who they know what, but they don't listen to them every time. They listen to them like when everything has failed or falling apart. That's when it's okay, let's listen to you. I think that's how Ragnick came about. I don't think they would have gone to Ragnick at all. When Solskjaer got that abuse, I was telling somebody while watching this game live that Solskjaer, the only reason why he's getting fired is because now the optics publicly has changed. When that fan thing was showing and the fans were abusing him, I knew they were going to fire him. I knew that 100% because that's how what drives Manchester United. But go ahead. I just want to.
Yeah. And I'm gonna wrap up in a bit, but that just shows the bipolarism that exists that exists at this club. Like when you can never trust the club to make a common sense decision. Like we've seen one common sense decision in the last maybe 10 years, right? And when it even comes to the big question that we've been pondering as a United fan base is Ronaldo, right? Was he a good signing? No, in my book, no. I've watched Ronaldo in the last few weeks. This is not the same person. It is not the same person. I'm not sure what is happening. And even over the course of the season, right? I'm looking at the contribution he has brought to the team versus where we would have been absent Ronaldo. The distance is not that great. Sure, we wouldn't have been in the Champions League without Ronaldo. We wouldn't be there right now. We'll be in Europa League. Right? But is that worth everything else that we have suffered because of his presence on the team? I don't think so. I don't think so. So, when it comes to the net of it all, I think Ronaldo has been not a good. He's been a bad signing. However, we are in a better shape with him. Right? I know it's a weird answer.
Are we in better shape?
I feel no. When I say better shape, I mean like we're still in the Champions League. That's all. That's all. Right? But then again, that is not worth the cost. And when I say the cost, I'm talking about social cost. I'm talking about developmental cost. I'm talking about including the financial cost. I'm talking about the squad imbalance cost. I'm talking like everything else. No, it's not worth it. So I'm good on him. I'm good on him.
Yeah. Let's take quick comment. I think it starts from here. Sorry, Spurs in that order. Close between Spurs and Arsenal. United are the worst, based on paper. Highly underperforming. Yeah, sure, that's true. If Spurs win, your friend has said hi to you again. Ekbeleo, Man U fans, get out of your DV relationship. There are better suitors out there. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your comment. Hey, shout out to Musa Konga, top lad. Yep. Please give Ayosh credit. He called Ronaldo problem since day zero. Yeah, I'm keeping quiet about that because I've gotten too many strays regarding Ronaldo, and it always comes across that Ayo tries to be, what's the word now? Tries to be smug. Tries to be when I get something wrong, I'll say I get something wrong. So many times I've said, but this Ronaldo issue, like before we signed him, I looked at it very deeply. I looked at this is not going to benefit this team, but it is that
I'm not even going to like exempt myself from criticism. I didn't want Ronaldo when he came and he scored that goal against Newcastle. Oh my God, I got gassed. I got lost in all the euphoria. Yeah. Villarreal, Atalanta, I'm like, oh hell no, sue everybody, sue. But now that when the dust settles and you just think about it with a clear mind, nah.
Can I ask how many years contract did he sign?
2.
Okay, so he'll be going.
Yeah, he has 1 more year. We just stop for this thing. Okay, you know what we're going to do for sake of time? Since we have to.
I've not talked. Hey.
This is what we're going to do for Champions
League. I relinquish my time to Ola.
No, but for Champions League, all we're going to do for Champions League is the predictions to save time. So I'm not talking about preview anymore. Just
predictions. Okay.
All predictions for Champions League. Ola, they reduce time to you because
Idris is correct guy, Jare. Correct guy. Champion. I salute.
I'll go straight to the podcast for all this nonsense.
I'll go straight to answer the question first. The least sheeted team. I agree with Ayo. I think Spurs. I think even the last time we had a conversation about top 4, I think I had tipped Spurs to finish top 4.
Yeah.
Because of Conte, because of Kane looking interested again. Yeah. I think those are the words I even used the previous time. But by the time Conte came in, Kane started looking interested again. Before he wasn't looking interested, man. That guy was still very sad. He was still angry. He didn't get his move. He was still mopping around. His mind, body, and soul was still at the Etihad. But when Conte came in, Kane started looking interested, and his goals have started flowing again. Now Son was out for a few weeks injured, but he's back. Now, regardless of the fact that they lost to Southampton, Southampton showed that they're a decent team. We saw them today against United. They could easily have won that game against United today. So we can't judge Spurs based on they lost to Southampton. Southampton, they give people problems. Man City this season played Southampton twice and didn't win. Yeah. So Southampton, so saying that Spurs lost to Southampton, Southampton are a good team. So I still think Spurs will probably still finish top 4. You beat them
3-0.
3-0. Fair enough.
Here's your trophy.
Big times and West Ham.
Fair enough. Arsenal have beaten them. Fair enough. Arsenal still have a chance because, like EJ said, playing once a week is a big advantage actually. Because it's true you guys have lost some attacking options. Oba is gone. I think who else left? A couple of other people have left.
I don't know what the plan is.
Sorry?
We lost so many people. I'm not sure what the plan is.
Yeah, but I think he probably sanctioned those people leaving because he knows you have only like 15 games left this season. You're not in any of the cups. So he's probably thinking, well, he needs only a small squad for just, you're not playing FA Cup, you're not playing League Cup. They're not in Europe. So probably I see his point of view. I see Arteta's point of view, letting those guys go. I see it. It's a bit of a gamble because if somebody gets injured now, like if, like, God forbid, like I say, picks up an injury, then you're left to Nketiah. Then that's the gamble. But Arsenal still have a good chance. And the reason why I think Arsenal still have a good chance is you guys don't concede too many any longer. You keep a lot of clean sheets. I think I even saw that Ramsdale, like, he has kept a lot of clean sheets outside of Liverpool, City, I think, and Wolves. Arsenal have kept a lot of clean sheets, which you will find a bit surprising, you know. So it's not like they're conceding too many goals against the bottom teams. You guys don't concede.
9-0.
That was last season.
9-0 for Manchester United, you know. Since that's what we're doing.
We should have saved. We should have saved some of those 9 goals for the Europa League final.
I know.
Exactly. So regarding West Ham, I think they shot themselves in the foot. They had a good chance to really push for this top 4 this season. They had a good chance. They didn't buy anybody in January. Mikel Antonio's form has dropped off the cliff. They're relying on Jared Bowen to nick a goal here and there, and they should have invested. They had a good chance, but now I think they've blown it. They're going to run out of steam. They're still in Europa, so and I think maybe they're still in the FA Cup. They're still in the FA Cup also. They should have invested. I don't know what their owners did this boju thing, that they bid for a player that they know that they're not going to get. They'll bid and then they'll now say, oh, we try to bid. They do that kind of thing. Those West Ham owners do that kind of thing, and they're not serious because they blew their chance of making top 4. To United, I think United's problem encompasses what has been happening for a couple of years. It's not a Ragnick thing. I think it's still too early to judge that man. He has an 18-month contract. I think if he manages to see it through to the end of the season, they should just give him that 1 year to clear out some deadwood. There's some deadwood in that team. Giving him power. And now, according to you guys know more about your club. You said there's a power struggle. The hope for you guys is for this power struggle to come out, for him to come out victorious in the power struggle. Because that man, he knows what he's doing. If you give him time, look at his track record in other clubs. If you give him time, he will get out. He doesn't care for egos. So that's why when I was saying, maybe I was in a chat yesterday, I was saying that I believe if you give him to the end of the season, he will get Ronaldo out of that team. Now, I don't believe Ronaldo is a failure. He's a top scorer. But if Ragnick believes that Ronaldo is hampering that team, Ragnick is the man to get Ronaldo out. Now, the problem is if United let him do it. You know, because so that's where the power struggle you guys are talking about comes into it. Yeah. I still feel Ronaldo still has something to contribute. If he's your top scorer, he's got a lot of goals. But if Ragnick is given the chance, he will clear out the deadwood. He will provide this solid foundation for the next coach, Pochettino, maybe, to come in and then step in. But for top 4 this season, I'm going with Spurs. Sorry, Arsenal fans. And sorry, because even with all the referees and the officials being against Arsenal, I think, I'm sorry, you're never going to make top 4 because they are coming for you every week, according to you guys. The officials are against you every single week. Sorry.
Never sounds very final. I don't know if that's true.
What sounds final?
Say never. Your prediction is Spurs, right?
Yeah, my prediction is Spurs. Arsenal will run them close. I believe Arsenal will run them close.
Tricky, they did.
West Ham should have really went for Wenger. They should have. I think they did.
But they didn't let Lingard go. You guys didn't let Lingard go because of the
Lingard. Yeah, we kept him.
They blocked it.
Yeah, you didn't let him go because of the Greenwood case, because you knew that with Greenwood out, Lingard couldn't go. So they did, but it's just that it was too late. They should have gone for him in the summer. They are not coming for him in January. They should have pushed that in the summer to get him. It's too late now. It's too late for West Ham.
Okay. Thank you for relinquishing your time, so that we can save time. Second round predictions. Uji, just tell us, who do you think make fourth? Don't tell me why. Just tell us. Just give me your team that's going to make fourth. That's all I need from you.
So I still feel United will make fourth. I don't know how, but I still feel United.
Who?
You say United.
United from Manchester.
I owe you. Well, let me see what's realistic. If we make that, I owe you $100 gift voucher. Yes. I've been serious. I've said it. I'll do it.
Let's start putting money.
I'll say it. I'll give it to you. If you make fourth, I'll give you $100 gift voucher. I'll be honest.
Yeah, no mind. The Canadian dollar has devalued 70 cents.
I'll send you a gift voucher. I'll be happy. I'll happily do it because I don't see it happening. I really don't. We have too many problems. A whole podcast to take. UCL second round predictions. So since let's go back to Ola. Let's start with your team, your beloved team. Inter Liverpool. Who goes through?
Man, I'm still pissed off at UEFA, man. They should just have left us with Salzburg. I said it last when that stupid draw happened. So some Liverpool fans were so hyped, like, oh, don't worry, we'll smash Inter, because Inter were like third or fourth at that time. Now look at Inter, they're top of the league, they're in good form. I'm worried about this tie. I think we'll go through, but man, I'm worried. They're a good team. Alexis Sanchez, all of a sudden, my guy is balling again.
He knows how to play
And they still have
again,
yeah, man, all these guys are coming. They're coming with fire, man. We're not going to go there and just turn them over. I don't know why people were thinking, oh yeah, we're going to smash Inter because they're not good. Who thinks Inter are not good, man? They're a good team. So I'm worried, but I think Liverpool will go through, but it'll be tough.
Someone said, so is Kai Havertz a Chelsea legend? Winning goal.
Yes.
Winning goal.
Even misfiring Timo Werner is a Chelsea legend. Because
I
he never had
legend. Please stop it.
Even Werner is a legend, misfiring and still winning medals. Better than some clubs.
Please, scored most iconic Champions League. Don't compare him to Havertz. Stop it. Okay, let's go to Idris.
Sorry.
Inter Liverpool. Just prediction. Who goes through?
I think Liverpool goes through, but I think Ola's biggest fear is Barella.
Good point. Barella.
Not even Sanchez. Barella is the issue.
Okay. EJ, Inter Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Okay. Kwame.
Yeah, I'll do Liverpool.
Yeah, I say Liverpool too. All their midfielders are back. Thiago was the person I was waiting for. I saw Thiago back. I'm like, yeah, because Thiago gives them control.
Yeah.
If they don't have that control, then I can say it can go anywhere. But with Thiago back, nah, Liverpool. And Salah has come back annoyed.
Yeah, angry. Yeah, that's true. Free
FPL tip here, maybe not Captain Salah next time. I'm just saying. Just let everybody know the way he's playing now. Next, PSG Real Madrid. This is the tough one. This is a tough one. I go. Damn.
Let me help you, Madrid. Next.
I know. Madrid.
Madrid.
What is disturbing Ayo is the fact that he can't take that.
You know.
Messi in Bernabeu.
but he has that imposter watch on Ancelotti. He doesn't want to admit it, but he still deems Pochettino more of a fraud. But the battles of the fraudsters is what is disturbing Ayo right now. But carry on.
Okay. No, let everyone say prediction. Oga Kwame, who goes? Real Madrid. All I say Real Madrid.
No. I think PSG will pull it out.
Okay. No,
I think PSG will pull it out. Yeah.
They'll pull it out.
I think they'll sneak it.
I think they will. Madrid, midfield wise, that their midfield is slower. I know they have more. They have more controllers. They have more finishers, but Mbappe and Messi, man, behind that back line. It's going to be very close, Sha. I will not lie. It's going to be like a one goal. It's going to be very close, but I think PSG will pull it off. I think they'll pull it off. I think it's just one. Sporting Man City. I'll just say it now. Man City.
Walk over.
Everybody, I think everybody just says Man City.
Yeah.
Right?
Walk over. Just walk over.
Next one too. Salzburg, Bayern. I'll just say it now. Bayern.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, but Bayern lost today, so maybe there's a chink in the armor. They lost today. Bayern. They lost to Bochum.
It's a glitch in the matrix, man. It's just one of those. It's a glitch in the matrix, man. Like now.
All that says Liverpool, Salah is pissed. Yep. Chelsea, Leo. Let's EJ, since that's your dearest Chelsea.
I am actually worried about Leo.
Okay.
And everybody's like Chelsea. I would say Chelsea because I expect us to go through.
Yeah.
But if you told me to put the small change I have here on it, I will not. I will not even bet the money you're about to give me.
This man is already spending the money.
What position is so critical to everything you want to do next season? So if I get it, I'll happily send you $100.
I know. No. Chelsea, Leon, you will hear it here first. And we will stumble across. How? I don't know. But if we crash out on like a stupid result like 2-2-1-1, something stupid like that, Chelsea.
Okay.
It's what Chelsea is capable of doing right now. That's my issue. So I would choose Chelsea, but
that's fair. Anybody going against Chelsea?
No, Chelsea will kill Leo.
AJ, the way you say your no is too much confidence. I don't like it.
It will be killed though. But I understand he's worried, but Lille are 10th in the gun.
You'll be 3-0.
They are 10th.
It's impossible.
It will be 1-0-1-0. Chelsea will do 1-0 because they have time.
Okay, not 3-0, but the goal difference would be 3.
I don't
see. Like, do you understand? Our highest goal scorers are injured right now, and they are defenders.
You don't need them. I saw you beat Tottenham 3 times with
what? With defenders.
Exactly.
Yes,
exactly. Don't worry.
Villarreal, Juventus. I'll go Juve. I think there's a resurgence.
Vlahovic FC, yeah, bro.
Vlahovic and all those guys. And the guy I wanted so much, Zakaria. Whoever is in that United board that is making these stupid decisions,
I thought I would fire them.
I'm going to take it back.
I was trying to be discreet. He's trying to be, composed, politically correct.
It's so annoying. Anyways, so yeah, Juve for me. Anybody?
Mm-hmm.
Juve.
Yeah, Juve. Yeah.
Atletico, Manchester United.
Whoa.
United. Mr. Champions
I don't know.
Mr. Champions League is going to show all the rubbish you guys have been talking about, and then it will swindle you guys again before you go to the league.
He likes scoring against Atletico. Yeah, he loves scoring against them.
You people do realize that Harry Maguire is a footballer at Manchester United.
Oh, not bad.
No. I'm asking you. I'm telling you. You do realize that Harry Maguire played football and is a defender at Manchester United, and he will start both games. So just keep that in mind when you're talking Atletico, because, bro, I'm looking at João Felix, and you've never seen a fridge dance. You will see a fridge dance, bro. That man out here moving like a school bus with no engine. You will see him dance against.
For some reason, I think that match will go to penalties. They're not away goals. They're not away goals in this Champions League anymore.
Really?
So they stopped it. No away goals anymore. I think both matches will end in a draw. I think, and they'll go to penalties, and it's up to David De Gea to turn to to become a savior. But I don't know. It's too tight, man.
I'm always afraid of the last predictions, because the last predictions can be very right. Once it's not Liverpool prediction, most of his non-Liverpool predictions in Europe are always very right. I'm always afraid.
So, Allah, please, what is the oracle telling you?
I see penalty shootout. But man.
Okay, if it's penalty, you already know we're out.
Exactly. Your record in penalty shootout is really bad, United. I think you've lost out of the last 8, you've lost 7 of penalty shootouts. Yeah.
Whoever the last goalie you guys had for that last shootout, please do not put him on the bus.
Too bad. They couldn't make everyone save.
You guys so who's going?
Atletico will go through.
Idris.
I went with United. It's not going to get penalties.
Hola.
I think Atletico go through maybe on penalties, or very tight.
Okay, Kwame.
Atletico.
Chai.
Yeah, I'll be very honest too. I think Atletico goes through. If Cavani was fit, I would have had more hope. With Cavani out the match ending,
Rashford did then. Rashford, Sancho, come on, Lingard, Messi, Lingard.
I'm seeing Ronaldo play now. Only there's a mark change in 2 weeks, because not next week we'll play. Maybe if I see a remarkable change in the way. Right now, what I'm seeing from him is the pace. Man, doesn't look interested. I don't see us going through. Then defensively also, I don't see us going through. That midfield is too open. Benfica, Ajax, last one. I'm going with Ajax. Easy for Ajax, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Easy.
Oh.
Yeah, Ajax. I think I'll go with Ajax.
EJ? Okay, Kwame, it looks like you're thinking somebody. You're thinking.
Nobody has called an upset.
We've called an upset now.
That's Atletico. Aren't they number one? United finished one in their group, right?
Is it PSG beating Madrid an upset?
Nah, I mean those are two giants.
Is PSG a giant?
I'll go Benfica on this one.
You go Benfica, okay? They have giant players.
Atletico is a big fish though, and United obviously are struggling with a big fish. So I won't call that an upset. If there's any possibility of an upset, it's only
now. If Inter beats Liverpool, that's an upset.
Yeah. But if
Lille beat Chelsea, that's an upset.
Why is that an upset? Inter Italian champions, Inter top of Serie A. What are you guys saying? I don't know. I don't understand your eyes. No, but I don't understand. Atletico are like fourth in the league. Atletico are fourth in the league.
Where I sincerely expect an upset is the game between Chelsea and Lille and Juventus and Villarreal. That's just where I expect an upset. And again, we've all talked about what it possibly can be. 1-1, 2-2, drag yourself into penalties.
Chelsea will beat Leo. Guy, Chelsea will beat Leo. Don't worry. that is clear.
Just so that everybody knows, we had our first shot on goal at 65 minutes. Just so you know. Okay. So everybody's talking this thing.
Chelsea has done this for over a year on that Tuchel. This first shot on goal, and they find a way.
65 minutes, bro. Today was the record, bro.
You have Timberland in.
That Timberland guy, man.
Please.
He scored 2 goals now. He scored 2 goals that won you the cup. 2 goals.
Exactly.
Timberland will always score for you.
Stop.
Respect,
man. Respect.
Donkey of the week. Let's wrap it up. Wrap up the show.
I'm sorry, guys. I have to quickly jump off. I apologize.
Okay.
But
take care.
No, sorry. My donkey of the week is everybody shouting against Zouma. Bye-bye.
Good one. Kudos and Donkey. My donkey of the week. To double down, Kirkland. I have 2 donkeys of the week. One might be controversial. I think Kirkland is one. The other one is called Zouma's brother for sharing that video.
Yep.
Donkey of the week. That's my donkey. Kudos of the week is Mendy. That man is out there collecting trophies like a coin collector. This man is collecting trophies. He won a trophy beginning of the week in AFCON, and end of the week has any trophy again with Chelsea. I'm like, why can't we have this kind of luck? Buying this kind of player, just collecting trophies left and right. If that's what he's doing, just collecting trophies left and right. I'm jealous, but yeah, he takes my kudos of the week. Who wants to go? EJ?
Donkey of the week is, I like Zouma's brother to be the donkey, but I wonder sometimes, like the fact that they were taking videos and laughing about it, that's definitely cultural. Like surely if he didn't know, and he plays football in England too, apparently.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't understand the English culture or the foreign people culture where they're so, they love their pets so much that wouldn't go down well. Like I know that wouldn't go down well. So there's something there, but it's the whole social media, I have to be posting something to entertain people deal. These kids these days need to just get over it. Like everything doesn't have to go online. Don't have to record everything. So it's just useless. But I think the true donkeys are just the overreaction. I think that's just bad. And then the kudos, I'm going to go back to, I think I'll just say David Moyes, just for his comments that he made in support of his player. I think that's kind of what you want from someone who's your boss. Like he needed someone to back him up, and that was good.
Agreed. Allah?
Donkey of the week, I'll go with Zouma's brother. That's I don't know what he was thinking. Yeah, but kudos of the week, I'll split it between Aliou Cisse, Senegal's coach. Played in the 2002 final, missed the penalty, suffered that break in the last one, lost in the last final, but still stuck at it and eventually led them to that trophy. And fair play to the Senegalese for keeping hold of him, because we know how many of our African countries do. If you lose one final, you're gone. But they kept him. He's been in that job for ages. So kudos to him. And the second one, kudos to Wayne Rooney. I started watching his documentary yesterday. Kudos to the honesty he displayed in that documentary. And that honesty has actually put him in trouble now, because FA stupidly are saying they want to investigate because he said he kicked John Terry and wounded John Terry. So now they're trying to investigate him. But I like that he owned up. He owned up to all his stupid actions. He wasn't making many excuses in that documentary. It's on Amazon Prime. So kudos to Wayne Rooney. I've always respected him. I don't see why people always look down his achievements. I feel he's actually England's greatest footballer of all time, but some people don't see it that way. And I think people feel that he's even in the documentary, they feel that he's stupid, he's dumb. But look how the job is doing in Derby County. Derby County started the season with -21, and he has them 4 points away from safety now. So I respect the guy. It's just a pity he played for, the Devils. He's a Scouser anyway, so I'll always have a soft spot for him. So when Rooney, kudos of the week for him, and Ali Cisse.
Okay, comment to end it.
Yeah, Donkey of the week, I have to be Kurt Zuma's brother. I don't even know how old he is, but I don't care. You should be intelligent enough not to, share that video on social media. Kudos of the week, I'm doubling down on Mendy. The man is a trophy collector. He's just, and I'm really happy for us. I'm really happy for him. What a journey! Like he's, huh?
I thought you said happy for us. I was like, what?
No.
Come so quickly.
I mean, his story is the exact opposite of Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey chopped ski in AFCON, then came to Arsenal and chopped another red card and went back to AFCON to party. Right? This man started the week collecting your trophy and ended the week collecting your trophy. Like, you don't get better than that.
Yeah. Okay, to end it, I'll take a comment. Says kudos to Nottingham Forest for giving Leicester an ass-kicking FA Cup. Brendan Rodgers, you're top of my fraud watch list.
Oh yeah, fraud watch.
I'm watching you.
And I've been calling it for the last 2 years.
Hey, that's true. Oh, that's how that is hot water for some stuff. He said, "Welcome to Chelsea." Okay,
the only Chelsea I'm welcome to. No, I'm not even gonna. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there.
Do not go there.
No,
I don't know where you're going. Don't go there, please.
Yeah. I'm not going there. I can only go there off camera.
Family friendly. We'll come to the end of the show. EJ, producer EJ, as always. Ola, a good comment for everyone. I guess Super Bowl weekend tomorrow. Enjoy UFC fight today if that's your thing. Thank you for joining us. Stay safe out there, and we're out.
See ya.